Let me think. I think it's being dug. We have low idlers because they're all still hauling that stone. New idea. Why don't I get rid of the stone that's right here as well? We're not using this stone. Clearly. And what that has done is freed up wheelbarrows. Instead of 18, we'll say 15 wheelbarrows. That should double the rate of stone gathering. That's my thought. Because this had wheelbarrows, and I think this one had wheelbarrows. The thing down here will not have wheelbarrows. Either will the one down here. Or this one. So we definitely freed up plenty of wheelbarrows. This one can now probably upgrade all the way to 20. So that should be a lot of idlers has plummeted to 0. We had 8 before, so we definitely created 8 new jobs. That should speed up the stone game from the rest of the maps to condense into this. You know, it is very soothing to listen to you while playing Minecraft. Well, thank you. I did do a bit of Minecraft before. I like Minecraft. There's always an issue with Minecraft. It's kind of like a... Minecraft's divisive. I don't know why, but Minecraft is extremely popular, and it regains popularity every now and then. So there's definitely always people that would love to watch you do it, but there's no one who's just fine with you doing Minecraft. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some people who are like, all right, this game isn't my bread and butter, but I'll watch you do it. You know, if I do an RPG or something that no one, like, a lot of the people, it's like, whatever. I don't know of anyone who's middle of the road on Minecraft. Either it is, oh, good, you're doing Minecraft, I will now watch, or it is, oh, God, you're doing Minecraft, I will not watch. I don't know of anyone who's like, you're doing Minecraft, whatever. So I did Minecraft before for a bit. I don't like the idea of doing, not even for stream, I just don't like vanilla Minecraft. I think when I did it before, I was doing Skyblock, which was okay. But Minecraft's very divisive. You ever tried importing one of your Dwarf Fortress worlds into Minecraft? Yes, I had that thought, but I don't think that script works anymore. Doesn't it? I know what you're talking about. There used to be a script to do that, and I used to love the idea of it, but I don't think that works anymore. I'm probably that one person you're talking about, as long as it is modded. Well, no, the modded thing is me. I don't like vanilla Minecraft. I did Minecraft from in dev. You had to hit tab to shoot an arrow, and you only had one square, or like 2x2 chunk, I think, to play in. I think that was in dev. So I permanently lifetime burned myself out on vanilla Minecraft. If it doesn't have like Greg tech and shit in it, I can't do it. I need something to be aiming for. I was excited for a bit. I've now had 2 or 3 different streaming groups who have brought up Minecraft and doing it. And then, I was like, yeah, sure, I'd be interested. But every time they basically went vanilla, which kind of makes sense. If you're going to run a server, especially a modded one, that can get expensive. So I can understand why they would want to go for vanilla. But not even against anyone who does do it. I cannot do vanilla Minecraft. The one I did try to do, I was trying to do a bunch of redstone shit. And, they had slight mods on it. Like, they had an anti-griefing thing going on, so I wasn't allowed to get my redstone to work correctly. That shit drove me crazy. So, I'm not, I like Minecraft. I just want to be clear on that. I'm slightly against streaming it. But I really like Minecraft. Don't want there to ever be confusion on that. But I don't think, unless it's modded, I don't think I would be streaming it. yeah, I'm more likely to close tab, and that's fine. Like I said, I kind of understand that. There are some things that just, particularly the longer it holds that position, there are just some things in life that get too popular, and I don't, like, there needs to be a term. I know there's a term for people who are just naysay anything that is popular, and that's not what it is. There's just, at some point, something gets so big, and if you hear about it too much before you yourself have ever been engrossed with it, you almost get like an anathema feeling towards it. You know what I'm saying? Like, nope, don't like it, not doing that. So I don't, especially because Minecraft keeps resurging. So I can understand just off of principle if someone doesn't like Minecraft. In Minecraft, in the same way I can understand kind of off of principle if someone doesn't like Undertale. Undertale was like a big trend for a while. Undertale, in my opinion, is a fantastic game. But I could definitely see someone being like, nope, I don't want to ever hear about that game again. You know, I can understand that. Yeah, no. I believe the term is hipster. No. Hipsters is the type of person who's like, I liked it before it was cool. Some things, I try to not sound like a hipster about some things, but I end up being a bit of a hipster. Like, I had that issue with Final Fantasy 14. I genuinely want more people to play it. You know, I don't want to be like the guys like, oh, I liked it before it became popular. You only like it now that everyone's leaving World of Warcraft or whatever. But routinely, if I bring up Final Fantasy 14, I find myself having to sound like a hipster because they've gotten rid of some of the shit that I would brag about like why you should play it, and now it's not there. So I find myself sounding like a hipster for a bunch of games. It's not hipster. There is a term for there is a term for someone who doesn't like something because it is popular. And it's I'm forgetting what the term is. Hipsters, no, it's not even, I don't like that, it's too mainstream. It starts with an N. Like, negative Nancy isn't quite the right term, but there is a term for it. Oh, you're just being, or you're just I forget what the term is. Contrarian. That's not the word I was thinking of, but that is damn close. I'm going to use that. At some point, a game is almost too popular that you are forced to be a contrarian. Either what you saw you absolutely liked, or what you saw you did not like it that much, but everyone kept saying it, so you have to like bunk yourself in as a contrarian. Like, hey, I don't like it. And if everyone you know is like, hey, do that game, it's so fucking great, where by the end of it you're like, no, fuck you, fuck that game, fuck anyone who likes that game, come to my house again and talk about the game, and I'm gonna introduce you to my bat. Like, at some point it routinely, a game develops its own contrarians. Like, a contrarian is someone who does that for any game, but if a game becomes too big, it like forces people almost militantly to become contrarians. And I think Minecraft's definitely done that, where people are no longer like they themselves are a contrarian. They have now been forced by happenstance to be a Minecraft contrarian, and I don't blame them for it. I don't. Non-conformist, I don't know what the word is. Contrarian's probably the right word. Like, let's be clear about this. Contrarian is the more correct word to what I was trying to think of. Whatever I was trying to think of, contrarian is a more correct word. We don't need to find the word. Contrarian's it. I swear to God, this fucking ghost. Go to sleep. Go to fucking sleep. Oh, I didn't activate these for burial. Fine. Just go to sleep. The sun's getting real low, big man. Minecraft's one of those games. I don't think at this point you're really gonna find someone who is like purely neutral. Either you're someone who likes Minecraft or you're a contrarian. I do believe the majority of, I'll say, my viewers when it comes to Minecraft at this point are contrarians. Just again, because of happenstance. I don't even think it's an age thing. I just think it's like a happenstance. Like, what were you into at the time that it was becoming big? That's really what I think it comes down to. So, if it's like, even the ones who are contrarians, I think I could get some of them to like watch if it was modded, electricity, like fucking crazy magic, things for me to exploit. I think I could get a lot of you guys to watch it, even if it is Minecraft. Vanilla Minecraft, there's no point even trying. There's literally no point even trying. Hello, I'm usually neutral until I try stuff. I like Minecraft, I just don't like playing it alone, like most sandbox games. How dare they not pick us? But no, like I said, I'm talking about just, like, I'm generalizing the human race. There is an issue with Minecraft. I acknowledge it. I've streamed it before. I'm not against streaming it. I might, in fact, stream it in the future. I'm not saying I would never stream it, but I would need a good setup to stream it. And guarantee you, just off the bat, like, this is literally like a hard sell, whether or not it's modded. There's vanilla has been done so much that even contrarians, I'm willing to bet, even if you're like, I hate Minecraft, if I gave you a quiz on Minecraft shit for just vanilla, I'm willing to bet many people would pass. 60% or above answer that. Because of just how much it's been in the internet and movies and this and that. You're just forced to know everything about Minecraft. So there's nothing new. There's nothing new to vanilla. That I think I could even begin to use. And modded though, you can get interesting shit done with modded. What is TFC mod? I like modded Minecraft, even though my computer hates it because of how intense it can be for such a simple game. This is true too. Particularly because if I were to do it, it would be modded 100% the entire way through. Java version. Fuck Bedrock version. That is such a dirty scam. Like Bedrock is just, I don't like the idea of Bedrock. Bedrock is dirty. Stuff like Tinker's Construct. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you need Tinker's Construct in your game. You need proper progression. You need, like, I'm customizing my own play style. Wood sword, iron sword, gold sword for the lulz, diamond sword. Vanilla Minecraft, like, diamond's it. Like, yeah, I found some diamond. Literally just mine the fuck down, get some diamond. They're in every chunk. Diamond is nowhere near as hard to find as people make it out to be. Diamond is not that rare a resource. I don't know why, but everyone in vanilla is like, oh, diamond's the end all be all. Like, okay, whatever, cool, diamond. There's no, like, I don't even think there's any progression in vanilla because of that. Like, I again, things like that, I can completely understand anyone who's like, oh, no, that's not for me. Okay. Makes perfect sense. You know what he sees every time he sees Minecraft? Or she? 10-year-old children screeching about finding diamond or losing their diamond. Okay, I completely agree with you. That does not look entertaining at all. I wouldn't watch it, and I don't blame anyone else for being like, oh, Minecraft, that weird screechy thing. No. That is a completely understandable sentiment. Have a good day, sir. What the fuck is netherite? It's probably the exact same thing. They're not that hard. Literally, because the problem is most of this shit, for any of those minerals, like, oh, it's rare. Just strip mine. Strip mine. Just get a good pick with some speed on it and strip mine. Have a different pick for when you find it that makes sure you get more when you mine it. There you go. That's it. Done. Problem solved. You just have to enchant. Oh, what you need experience for enchanting? Create a mob farm. Like, it's basically a solved game. Like, I don't understand. I don't still play Minecraft semi-regular. Like, Fortnite seems fun as a game. It just gets heavily dunked for me, populated. Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, I grant you that, too. Fortnite. Before, I want to be clear about this. I'm not talking about the Fortnite everyone's aware of. There was a time that I was thinking of maybe playing and or streaming or doing something with Fortnite. Like, I've never played Fortnite, but at one point I was like, that seems like a good game. I'll introduce it to my friends. What am I talking about? I'm talking about when Fortnite was a zombie wave survival game that you had to build the traps to survive the zombies. I was like, this seems like a decent game. Let me see what I like. Let me wait for this game to come out of beta, see what I can introduce to my friends. And then the game switched to the mode that it is now, and I don't blame them. It took the fuck off. Good for them. So, but like, so completely different set of fans, completely different stereotypes. If they're never going to, I want to be clear about this. I'm not saying when they do this, like this, like an extreme hypothetical. It's a hypothetical that I know it's never going to come true. If they were to go back and double down on that original version of the game so that you could have a fantastic PvE experience with a zombie thing, I might play Valorant. I might stream Valorant. But it would not be that PvP arena shooter closing circle thing. I'm talking about the zombie horde survival thing where you had to build base defenses. That shit looked kind of cool. With like the bouncing and shit. It looked like a weird mix of 7 Days to Die and Orcs Must Die. That's what the game originally was. Orcs Must Die meets 7 Day to Die. That game looked pretty interesting. Definitely wouldn't have the screeching child stereotype. Okay, seems pretty good. But I wouldn't do the current version of it. I had the base game on the PS4 that I don't have anymore, so I played Battle Royale. It's starting to feel like Warzone, but I just can't get into the game, much like MOBAs. Fortnite Battle Royale told me off and also killed the Unreal Tournament remake entirely, so I doubly hate it. Oh no, TFC mod is Terra Firma Craft. I need more information. Like, what did Terra Firma Craft do? Let's get this built up. The child told me I was due to a Fortnite 2 years ago, and I never played again. You stupid doodoo. God, speaking of screeching children, I've encountered many of those playing Team Fortress 2. Well, the thing with Team Fortress 2 is you can mute anyone at any time, and double what you get to do, particularly if one of you gets auto balance, is you can just focus that child and just ruin his day. Team Fortress 2 like has a bit of that. I'm not going to deny it doesn't, but Team Fortress 2 has strategy. Like Team Fortress 2 is the type of game where you can watch a giant panda cell starve to death. No, where you can focus someone and in there like just ruin their day, and somehow that actually genuinely contribute to your team winning. That's amazing. I have gotten in online arguments with people over like whether or not they need to force TF2 to become competitive or more competitive. I'm sorry, I made it clear it's one of the few things where I have a hard stance on. If TF2 went competitive, or like they focused on putting competitive aspects into the game, I genuinely think the game would become far worse and therefore unplayable. Like that is like, when it comes to TF2, that is like a genuine concern of mine. If at some point people convince them to go more competitive, they would just be making the game toxic. Like the game needs a certain level of humorous toxicity to it without having like legit meta chasers. Like I think that would ruin the game. The game needs the amount of toxicity that you can get by focusing someone on 2 forts. That's a good toxicity. Just 1v1ing someone on 2 fort while everyone else is going hectic. Because 2 fort's the greatest of maps. I can say that with a straight face. Because 2 fort is the greatest of maps. You need the absurdity in it. And I love punishing assholes. Maybe you should have gotten good in your first match. People play TF2? Yeah. TF2's good. Like I said, the only real issue right now is the botpocalypse. That's really kind of it. By the way, for anyone coming in late, I know I'm not discussing directly too much what I am doing on screen. Basically, we just have the problem is we're having essentially an infrastructure moment. We are channeling out from the Earth the giant tower that we're going to be building and living in. I've got a legit base already. Like, we have a defensive fort, but it's not the base we want to live in. We have occasionally been raiding the elves to take their animals away from them, because the only thing that kills us is their damn animals. They've got like dire pandas and shit like that. So we've been occasionally raiding them, but in the meantime, because we're channeling out portions of this volcano, there's just tons and tons of dwarves hauling stone. Like, I normally try to half of the time avoid doing quantum stockpiles, and I had to do one for the sheer amount of stone. So I'm having like a soft thing where I'm paying attention to idlers. That means that they stop hauling stone, so I can open up a new thing again for them to haul stone. That's kind of like the game's going on, but right now we're kind of just stuck waiting for the dwarves to get everything done. Everything's automated mostly. We have an automated farm, so we have food, drinks, everything's kind of getting done. I think we have a dude turning stone into crafts. So just for anyone coming in and be like, what's going on right now? There are a lot of projects going on, but it's kind of one of those like clean up your like after your shift type things right now. So we're building different floors of the structure. This floor is wrong. This is the wall for what holds the magma. I only needed the floor to build the wall. I shouldn't be building all this. Thank you, chat. Thank you for asking. I only needed to build a floor to reach the inside of these corners. This is the outer tube to hold the magma, because we're going to channel it from the volcano. We're building a, I don't know if it's not an Erlenmeyer flask, but a freaking test tube, basically. Going to fill that with magma, and then inside the test tube will be a slightly smaller one. That's what we're living in. And I was filling in the outer circle for some reason, when that's not right at all. Every now and then, me and my friend kitted out as heavies wearing Yeti outfits, a banana for a sandwich, banana painted weapon. Just go on random servers and go, ook, ook, me got banana. I felt like I was in a play without a script. So many things I was supposed to know. Terraformcraft is a total conversion mod for older Minecraft versions that turns Minecraft into a more realistic version. It progresses through the ages of human history and completely reinvents the game. Something like that I would do. Like, you've got to, like, restore proper progression. Well, not restore, but introduce. What? Like I said, the game hasn't gotten worse. I'm not, like, making one of those things. It's just, once you've done it so much, what more is there to do? Like, they added the end game, like the Ender Dragon, and then they've not done anything with it since. Like, there's not been any difficulty increases to the game. Like, okay, they introduced, you can do this in this biome, and now we have the pillagers, and we have this, and it's like, well, those are interesting. You can literally do the entire game without paying attention to them. If you've introduced a feature to the game and it can be completely ignored, have you introduced a feature to the game? Like, not even trying to sound like a complete total tool, but it's almost like if a tree falls, does it make a sound type of thing? If you've introduced something to the game and it can be completely ignored, have you introduced something to the game? He's building a hollow booba, hot booba later. Stop circling the areola. They added animals and bees and pillagers. Yeah, they're adding things. And I'm not saying they haven't put in work, but I'm talking about for like, if you've played Minecraft since the beginning, like, yay, the pillagers are nice. You would have to make a new world to do them, right? Like when they got introduced. You'd have to do a new world or go out past where you've explored for the terrain to start generating the villagers for the giant mansion. Okay, explore the mansion a few times. That's nice. And then what? Long term, the point of Dragoman III has bestowed the name Natan Fesh upon an iron battle axe. If you played the game long enough, essentially what your goal in a sandbox game is just to build your own thing. You know? Like, when they introduced the blocks in the nether, the bone stuff, I'm forgetting what the actual material is called. Okay, that's a thing. If you're building, that's a new color. You know, if you're wanting to be creative, that's a new material, that's a new color. I can see that. Pillager. You're not building out of pillagers. So that's the type of thing that, what is it? I'm not saying like it's a bad idea, but if you've done the game so much, like what does that introduce for people who aren't new to the game? Like, it's a good introduction for people who are new to the game. It's a more in-depth game for those players. But if you've played the game for lifetimes on end, what has a pillager introduced to a game? Like the bees. I know they have bees now, but no. Like, once you've done like legit modded bees, I'm forgetting what it's called. There's an entire mod about breeding bees in different biomes and keeping track of their fucking genetics so that you can make bees with like the perfect products to do shit. That shit would take fucking hours. And you have to sit there and you'd have to take notes keeping track of the genetics. That's fucking in depth. The bees, I think they ended up adding, they're just bees. So, like, again, I'm like, for someone new to the game, and I'm not hating on her, someone new to the game, like, all right, cool, that's a nice introduction. But that's not gonna get me to ever leave modded and go to vanilla. That's not new. They never bothered to put electricity into the game. We've had how many mods on electricity? Like, I know why at the beginning it kind of did redstone because it's simple, but there's modders who have done the math for electricity. Why haven't we started putting in like regular technology into the base game yet? I don't know. Like, that's kind of the stuff that I think would need to be in vanilla to bring me and or people like me back into vanilla. That's the thing. Minecraft charges money once when you buy the game and then a bunch of free updates. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not saying like, oh, the company is bad. I'm not being like, oh, those cheap bastards. It's just literal a question of, at some point, I don't know what the draw of vanilla Minecraft is. Because there's mods for that. So here's the issue. Yes and no. Your product has mods. Okay, let me put it this way. If this was original Mojang, I would agree with that argument. If this was original Mojang, I would completely understand. Remember, though, they're not original Mojang anymore. These are basically the Bedrock devs. The people who are wanting you to pay legit money for skins and shit. The people that only have Java for legal purposes. Like I'm completely certain that if they could, they would drop Java tomorrow. And they would just get you on the Bedrock. That's kind of what I'm doing this comparison to. They want to remove the modding scene. They basically don't want the mods to be there. Because they want it to be the Bedrock version where you can buy the skins and you can buy the weird little fucking packs and the maps and shit. Okay, cool. Where's the electricity thing? Like, for the Bedrock version, why don't they put in a thing where they basically, like, I know you couldn't do Greg Tech, but do a Greg Tech thing in Bedrock. Sell that for $5. Sell the electricity mode or whatever in Bedrock. Because the Java version, they don't want Java. They want to get rid of the original version of the game. They only have it still because of legal reasons. So, I mean, you can say there's mods for that, so why should they develop it? But the real question is, there's mods for that because they won't develop it. Like, it's like what came first, the chicken or the horse? Chicken or the egg, horse or the buggy? The horse came before the buggy. Anyways, who cares about where a horse comes? Damn it. order of precedence is circular. They won't put that in the game because there's mods. There's mods because they won't put it in the game. If that's like, if you're wanting people to do the vanilla game, then you got to program what people clearly want in the mods in the game. And a lot of things, like a game that sees like a popular mod and then decides, okay, I'm going to take that popular mod and program a version of it in the core game. That's someone who sees what people want in their game and they improve it. An example of something like this is Subnautica. Subnautica had a fantastic idea that did them wonders. You know what that was? It's the weirdest thing. It's almost so fucking simple as to go under the radar. And even the developers themselves have been like, Medtob Tescom Cog, the Hammerlord, has bestowed the name Lenganor, e cursed to trod upon an iron warhammer. The devs have like even said this in interviews, like the big thing that got them, made the game so good and made the players really enjoy it, was you could hit F8 at any time and submit a bug report. Not only because it's not like, oh, that helped them get rid of bugs, but basically people would submit bug reports on things that weren't bugs because the person assumed something was in the game, saying, oh, I went to do this and the game wouldn't let me because the game wasn't designed to let you. But then that made the developers go, that's a good idea. Why doesn't our game do that? So there's a lot of shit that's in Subnautica because people were submitting bug reports about what they thought should have been in the game because they thought it was a bug. You know, yeah, like I know that sounds kind of weird, like maybe I'm not wording it right, but that's kind of the same idea for mods. If there's a very popular mod for your game, probably means that that's something that people play your game really think need to be in your game. Stardew Valley did that. Stardew Valley's latest, like the super version of Stardew Valley, was half made by the developer Chucklefish and half made by the top modder, like the #1 most popular modder for Stardew Valley. And part of it was to reprogram the game to have a better modding API. So like your good version of Stardew Valley now that's like more in depth, it's like solid, you can mod it like to end and back and not have an issue, is because the dev dude was like, dude, you clearly make the #1 product that makes people love my product. I'm gonna cut you in on this if you fix my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that makes a game way the fuck more playable over a long term. Subnautica's alright, but it's got too much water. F8 was also for positive stuff too. Yeah. So I might have worded it wrong, but my idea is still there. Like the devs have said multiple times that like that right there completely changed how they, like their approach to developing the game was because of that one button. Like a mod is basically a bug report. A mod is a fun bug report. A mod is a bug report that is saying what your game needs to be more fun. And if you're doing a game, you want your game to be more fun, so you sell more game. I've got 10 push-ups this time. So like the idea of if modded is so much better than your version, you should probably be making your version vanilla work more like modded. Yeah, F8 is why you can explore the wreck now. Because everyone's like, hey, how do I get to the boat? Why can't I get to the damn boat? Hold on. Excuse me. Are you okay, buddy? Oh, you're talking about the different versions. Well, no. The Bedrock version of Minecraft is a bit of a touchy subject. It is programmed in a new program, and Java is old and archaic. Nobody's arguing that. Oh, bird died old age. I'm not arguing that. I don't know anyone who is. But the Bedrock version wasn't an upgrade to the Java version. The issue with that is the way they released it. If you bought the game way back when you bought the game, you got all updates, all content for the game for free. That was the deal you made. So when they purchased it, that was the contract they still had to maintain. So if they wanted to sell the skins and make money, they just made the game in a new language. Like, the fact that they sell skins and shit on Bedrock isn't because they can and they couldn't on Java. It's because if they restricted what the game would allow to work on Java, they'd be legally in trouble. Like, the Bedrock, I don't think anyone on Java would have an issue upgrading to a new programming language if they knew they wouldn't immediately get nickel and dimed out. Nobody is saying that Java is superior to C or anything like that, but the Java version of Minecraft is superior to the Bedrock version because you're not allowed to be fucked with. It's like the original version of Warcraft 3 and the remastered version. Admittedly, when they remastered Warcraft 3, they found some way to update the original version to fuck that one over too, but you could do more on the original. Not in terms of programming availability or the strength of Java versus C. I'm talking about legally. With the legal things that the company is beholden to, Java's the one where the players and the modders have the power. Bedrock is not. So the company does not like Java. This is just clearly visible from the day one they announced the Bedrock version. Because what they're beholden to is the upgrade for that deal is that is what you purchased. Like, oh, all upgrades and shit to this. Oh, well that you have, that's on Java. That's Minecraft. That's Java Minecraft. This is a wholly new product that you would have to purchase again and thus create a new legal contract or whatever. If you're doing anything on this one, whatever. Java, oh no, we didn't charge you anything for Java. We are not against the contract. You can go back to Java and do whatever you want. On Bedrock, oh, you have to pay us money for that skin. We're not going against the contract. You can still do the skin, but on Java, the version you purchased. That is, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm not questioning the programming strength between the two games. It's the legal nonsense behind the Bedrock version. That is why I'm saying, like, they need to just make that better. If you want to draw me over to Bedrock, if you want me to give up my freedoms, my programmatic freedoms, then make the base game better. They try to get permission from mod devs, tying in this team. Where I push. Skyrim has huge variety of mods. Some of them I don't want in my game and I can't mention because I represent the channel. Well, no. Again, like core gameplay ones. I'm not saying put in every freaking X-rated whatever. I'm not saying make every mod, be in the game, but the fact that Skyrim still as buggy as it is just a good example. I just never fixed it. Yeah, no, Bedrock does actually mostly work right now. At its core, I think in terms of stability, I suspect Bedrock is in fact better than Java. I think it's more efficient, and I am fairly certain that it, for what it can do, it does it better. But you don't have the freedom of the Java mods. You don't have the oversight of them determining what you are and are not allowed to do, basically. What is FOSS? Okay, those are new ones. Notch said he would make Minecraft FOSS. I don't know what FOSS is. But most of Reforged is the fact that Blizzard made it so they legally own all the maps made in Reforged. All of them. Leaving the community to make a flood of unsavory... Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Past companies used to do things for the gamers. Current companies do things for the... stockholders. I think a quote that I actually like, yep, that makes sense to me. I will agree with that quote. Is games started becoming more shit once companies finally started realizing that games were profitable. Like once they started making the money of the game, not their brand, be the focus, like short-term gains over long-term community. That was that's kind of like the downfall of gaming. I mean, what happened recently? Madden 22 is I don't even play Madden. I feel sorry for those people. Madden 22, near as I can tell, is the biggest, buggiest piece of shit that has ever existed in a game. And it doesn't even have the features that they had from like 2005. Like, you could probably do an actual study as like the degradation of the quality of video games on just Madden alone, year after year. Free and open source software, GPL license and stuff. Shareholders are an ever-present parasite on all markets. He said it would never intend to follow through, as sale to micro was already in the works. Oh, as a sale to Microsoft was already in the works. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't blame the people making the game. It's the business people who keep trying to... Gaming as a service. What? No, make the game, you idiot. I've actually done 2 business papers in college on this topic. On branding, customer loyalty, and stuff like that. That is the thing I keep going back to for all my papers. It's just how the gaming companies keep fucking this up. Like, I don't know, like, where they're coming up with the idea to hire these people from outside the thing of making video games, from outside the gaming sphere. I don't know why people keep hiring these people. They're not in the right market. I'm not saying those people are bad or wrong. I'm saying they're not in the right market for long-term game development. They're just not. But that's who keeps getting hired. Okay, I guess. Sure, whatever. Yay, screwed up another game IP. Woo! Way to fuck it up. Well, no, Coca-Cola. Actually, no. In this particular case, I will vehemently disagree with you. That's the issue. They don't re-release with tiny updates year after year. They've been removing features year after year. It's not the fact that it's just the same boring game. They have been taking things out of the game every year. They've been simplifying the game down, removing things that you did in the game. And the only thing they've been adding to it is microtransactions and loot boxes. That's it. They've somehow been removing things from football and trying to put in loot boxes since like 2005. They've been removing gameplay. So if you got a 2005 version of Madden, you literally had more game to play than if you did the 2022 one. I think 2022 version though got a lot more flack because for some reason that's the stupidest games. I think I saw an Angry Joe video on this. I don't know if you like him, if you don't. I know some people disagree with his style, but I would suggest watching this one video of his. Just like about a quarter to a third of the way through when he goes over some of the weird bugs that don't make sense. My favorite bug that has made its way for some reason into Madden 2022, and I don't know if this is in an earlier version, is sometimes the team you're playing, you're on a football game, it's not that hard to program, you got a field, you got like, 20 people? I don't know much about football, say 20, 22 people total. No, 24. Isn't there 12 on each side? I forget. Anyways, they may be replaced with a house. Not a tiny house, a giant house may just be on the field for no reason. The house isn't there physically. Like, you can pass through it, you can run through it, but if you're on the offense and you're close to the middle of the field, this giant house hides the entire enemy team. So you'll start the play, and then the enemy will just phase through this wall and just rush at you. You have no way to prepare for where they are because the game has gone forky, and there's just now a house in the field. Sometimes it doesn't even load one of the teams. But if you pay them $120, then you can buy 10 loot packs, and they might give you okay football player. Like, that's not a game. So it's not even like it's a sports game. No, they've literally been pulling out features, apparently, for like the last 17 years, and replacing it with loot boxes. Oh yeah, no, you didn't know about the loot boxes, CJ? So here's how it works. First of all, they have a special game mode, and it's like the legit, the important game mode. If you ever see like, they have a Madden 22 tournament. What it is you go to this tournament to play in this tournament. You don't use football teams as they exist. No. You got to make your own football team. So you got to collect the different quarterbacks and the tight ends and the left receivers, things like that. I don't even know if that's the right term. I know. I'm remembering left and right tackle. By the way, they forgot to program in one of the positions. Madden 22 didn't have right tackles. Who fucking knows why? By the way, one of the things I do know, right tackle usually has to be shorter than the left tackle because the quarterback is going to drop back and he needs to see the fucking field to throw the damn thing. So if there is genuinely a difference between left and right tackle, this is one of the few things I actually do know about the sports balls. Anyways, they just got rid of right tackles for whatever reason. But anyways, so you got to make your own teams, kind of like collecting baseball cards and stuff. Okay, here's how they double fuck you. Let's say you want Brady. You want a good quarterback, and you pay for the regular set of loot cards, right? Regular loot cards only have like a 0.025% chance of getting a rare card. So you might be thinking to yourself, only a 0.025% chance to get a Brady card. No. What it is every player in the game has 3 tiers. They have everyone with their genuine natural stats as the ultra rare 3-star card. And then they like subtract 10 from all their stats to make the 2-star, and they subtract another 15 to make the 1-star. So you can, if you only get the basic level pack for like $5, get a Brady card, but it's Brady who's minus 25 to all stats, so he's garbage. So even if you have like the right players, their stats are all wrong. If you want the right players, you have to pay for the stupid expensive ultra deluxe packs to get the 3-star version of each football player's cards, and those are the super rare ones, so you can get them with their legit stats. But if you do that, you're only getting the 3-star version of those cards. You could still get screwed over and get someone who had a bad year in football, so you could get a super rare card of a guy who had a bad year, so his stats sucked. And afterwards they'll be like, well, it's not our fault, he had a bad year. Now, in order to do this, you have to pay more money. Oh boy, I love playing when there's a massive house in the field. You make me kind of want to look this up real quick. Hold on. Dude, I know this sounds insane. I know what I'm talking about sounds like complete insanity. But you got to see this stupid video. Like, I don't know how you make this glitch. I'm gonna load up Angry Joe's video of it. Please forgive me, Sir Joe. I won't play the video though. I just want it paused when there's a house. Hopefully Oh, where's the part where there's a house? Come on, Joe. There you go. So for any of you who think like I'm over-exaggerating, and I'm just like, oh, there's a house on the field. Let me show you the house on the field. I'm gonna do the thing so it's frame by frame. So the guy is doing a kickoff through a house. Like you can see the bar moving as the guy's getting ready to do the button prompt. There's just literally a fucking house on the field. And you just gotta run through it. And if you're on the other end, everyone just phases through a fucking house. You just gotta deal with people appearing because there's just a house in the field for some reason. Who knows why? I don't know why. There's just a fucking house in the field. Okay. Why is there a house in the assets of a football game? I don't know, but it's there. No one knows why it's there, but occasionally there'll just be a house there. And you got to deal with it. It's called a difficulty spike. Shareholders want games to act like gambling mixed with hard drugs, and because they own the game, devs have to. It's despicable. Okay, loot box shooters that makes no sense to put them in a sports game. I thought there was a lawsuit stopping companies from incorporating the loot box systems like that in them. Kind of, but not really. Oh, we believe it. What the hell? I laugh at only the mass paying. Why is there a house in the essence of a football game? One of the loot boxes removes the problem. Honestly, at least it's a player that turns into the house and not the ball. No. It's not a player. Because the house doesn't move. It's just terrain. Oh, great. It's melting Nintendogs over again. Yeah, no, there's just a random non-physicsed house that'll load up in the middle of the field. That one's genuinely just my favorite glitch. So, like, again, why is there a house being loaded? Whose house is this? Yeah, but yeah, no, yeah. I don't know why. But yeah, no, so there used to be things like training camps and stuff before, like you could be like, oh, I'm going to do a football career and I'm going to be a kid in high school. I'm going to play through some good games as a quarterback and I'm going to do good or do bad. And then I'm going to get drafted into the NFL and, oh, this is where I'm starting. Yeah, no, a lot of like the training camp shit to like make your guy better, you know, like determine his stats and things. They got rid of a lot of that. They've been slowly removing features from the game for like 17 years, like no reason. I think the list Angry Joe brings up is there's like 97 things in the game that they got rid of. Like over the last 7, like major gameplay features, you know, not just like, oh, rename a dude, which I don't think you can, which maybe you can do. I don't fucking know. But no, like literal football centric gameplay features that they have removed out of the game for the last 17 years. Meanwhile, they've been putting in that weird ultimate mode thing so that you have to do the loot packs. Yes, Lich Lord, you are a horrible person. You have doomed us all. No, that's fine. SoundSense crashed again. But yeah, no, that's what a lot of companies do nowadays. I don't know why. Please, why does it take so long to load up? There was like one more important thing. Oh, here's the thing I kept circling around to get to you with that game though, right? The best thing about it. People have Xbox Ones, people have Xbox Series X, people have Xbox Series S, so on and so forth. There are 3 versions of that game. I might be wrong on the exact numbers. It might not be 70, it might be 80, but whatever. There is a $70 version. There is a $100 version or $110 that comes with about $20 worth of okay loot packs. And there's like a $140 version of the game that comes with like $50 of loot packs and something else. Cool. $70 version, $100 version, $140 version. All right, 70, 100, 140, give or take. If you are playing on any current console, Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X, whatever, they made it so the $70 version of the game would not work. You can only buy the cheap version of the game if you still have the old school Xbox One. If you're on any console that isn't that, the only version that will work on you is the $100 and up version. Now this applies to PC too, or I think there's a slightly different thing because of Steam. I think it's on Steam. But the big new mode, like the one thing they did introduce in this latest version of the game, doesn't, you can't play it if you're on Steam. That version only works on the Xbox consoles. So even if you get the $140 version, you can't play that one game mode because you're on PC. And I think their big excuse with that one is they were worried about cheaters. So you just don't get the gameplay. So just in case any of you were worried about looking into it, you got to pay more money, and they purposely made it so that you have less game. And again, all the bugs are still there. So you too can pay $140 for half of a game that's lost half of its features since 2007 or 5. And you can have a house in your field. There you go. Kick ass. Oh, okay. Side story. Proper rant. I didn't bring this up earlier. I mentioned it, but I didn't bring it up earlier. I wanted to wait till people get here. I had another Shadow Realm ordering food incident. I ordered food again, and then I got harassed from the Shadow Realm. I don't know what it is with me and Asian food and the delivery person getting sucked into the Shadow Realm, but I'm fucking cursed. I completely forgot. I feel bad for anyone who watched the first 4.5 hours of this and then had to dip because they had to go to work or go to sleep. You're gonna have to catch it on the VOD, guys. I'm so sorry. For those of you who don't know what I'm referencing, where did they end up for your wontons? So, real quick recap of the first version of the story. Previously, months ago, I had ordered sushi on Uber Eats. Uber Eats had a guy going to pick up the order. Uber Eats updated that the guy had picked up the order. Then he didn't move for like 10 or so minutes. And then I started getting contacted through the Uber Eats app. And the dude was like freaking the fuck out. He was like, hey, I need help. Okay? What help do you need? They won't let me go. Who is they? Who is not letting you go? I've got the food, but now they won't let me go. I'm stuck. What do you mean you're stuck? So, long story short on that one, I ended up contacting Uber Eats to see if Uber Eats would be able to assist him. Because he's like, I can't reach anyone at Uber Eats. They won't let me go. No fucking clue who the fuck they was. I contacted Uber Eats on my end and be like, yo, can you help this man? He ordered my food and he's like having a panic attack or something. I don't understand what's going on with this man. I cannot help him. So Uber Eats did some digging for like a few minutes and then just like canceled the order or whatever. Like, don't worry, we handled it. You're not gonna get charged for this. Like, the guy's just gone now. So that guy's just using the Shadow Realm. No clue what the fuck was happening. So yesterday, Shadow Fox is over, Terramokes is over, and we decide, you know, we're gonna get like Chinese food, rice and stuff. Not, ow, fuck, I just jammed my thumb on my microphone mount. Ow. We're gonna get like rice and shit, you know, General Gao's chicken, not sushi, different place entirely. I immediately played Demons. No, so yeah, it was not the, yeah, we handled it. So it's not the sushi place. We're like, all right, yeah, let's get some food. We ordered the food at 7 o'clock. I want to be clear. It is very important that we all understand, because I'm going to bring it up a few times anyways. We all understand food was ordered at 7 o'clock. Okay. The way Uber Eats works is it's like, okay, you're going to get the food in about 45 minutes to an hour, but as you get close to that, Uber Eats will push back the estimated time on you. Uber Eats will push back to about 1 hour and a half after you've made the order, before Uber Eats cancels automatically and says, we're so sorry, we couldn't get you food for whatever reason. If you cancel, they'll charge you like a percentage or all of the food. So If it gets to that point, you're like, I don't want it anymore. It's probably gonna be cold. Sucks to be you. You have to hope it cancels on its own. Like, that is a bit of a bummer with using Uber Eats. Hold on, I'm not canceling that part. Oh yeah, no, I will. So it gets to 8:29, or maybe a little later. It ends up like 1 minute short of the hour 30 before it auto cancels. And the whole time, the thing's just saying they're preparing your order. So we're looking at it, and it's not an Uber Eats delivery thing. It's a place that they deliver on their own. So why they're using Uber Eats, I don't know, but whatever. 1 minute short of that timeline, it updates from they're preparing your order to you may get your order soon. Use may, not will, which I found hilarious. But again, because the restaurant's delivering it, Uber Eats cannot say where the driver is. Okay, this blows. It should not take an hour and a half to make some Chinese food. It wasn't complicated. Chicken fried rice, General Gao chicken, white rice, like nothing was like chicken teriyaki. Nothing in this was complicated. So we're like, all right, I guess it's been an update and it didn't cancel, so the guy's coming. At this point, people are basically passing the fuck out, like waiting for food. We're an hour and a half out already on Chinese food. It does not take that long to make Chinese food. So we're sitting there and we're waiting and we're waiting, and the dude is, we're not getting an update on the fucking app. The dude's not showing up. It gets to like 9:30. At this point, we've already looked at the restaurant's page. Restaurant closes at 9:30. We made this order at 7. It has been 2.5 hours, and we still do not have this food. So I'm looking on the phone app. The phone app's not helping me. So I end up going online, going into the orders, and I do the help thing. And I had the little help thing look at the order, and they're like, what's your problem? Like, it's been 2.5 hours. There's no food, and the restaurant's closed now. Like, what am I supposed to do? The little automated thing looks at it and they're like, wow, that is a stupid long time. They proactively were like, we're going to cancel this order for you. You are not going to get charged. They do say, though, if you want, you can try to wait for the order, and we'll give you $15. Like we'll give you, or 15% or whatever. We'll give you back a percentage of the order. 2.5 hours out on Chinese food, literally we're all like, no, cut the load. We're just going to order Burger King. We wanted Chinese food, but we've now been waiting, hungry, for 2.5 hours. Dealing with the help process is actually put in about 15 to 20 minutes. So we're approaching 10 o'clock dealing with the Uber Eats support thing. They are all being helpful, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like they dragged it out, but it took me that long to like figure out how to use their website and stuff. So at this point, it is 9:50 at night for food we ordered at 7 o'clock. Where the fuck is the food? So finally we get it through. We get it done on Uber Eats. we get it done. It's done on Uber Eats, and they cancel it. They send me an email and everything like, hey, this order's been canceled. You have not been charged. We are so sorry this happened to you. Have a good day. All right. So we're like, all right, cool. We're done. Like this is behind us. Don't know what happened to this dude, but whatever. This is behind us. 10 minutes later, at 10 o'clock, 3 hours after we put in the order, I get a phone call. It's the restaurant. The restaurant goes, I'm going to not do an accent, or try to do my damnedest to not do an accent. It's a Chinese food restaurant. They had an accent. So if any of this sounds weird, I'm not doing it with an accent because I suck at doing Asian accents or anything. I'm not even going to try. But if any of this sounds weird, like I'm talking weird, it's because there was an accent. Get a call. It's the Chinese restaurant. I go, hello. I go, hi. Confused, like, because I don't even know who it is at first. Like, he's looking for you. Again, I don't know who this is yet. I've just gotten a call from my local area. And I go, hello? Hello? He's looking for you. Who's looking for me? What the fuck are you talking about? He's looking for you. Yes. Didn't you order food? Yes? I go, like, I'm still kind of confused. Because again, in my head, you guys know the way my memory works. In my head, we've already canceled the order. The order was canceled over 10 minutes ago. So, like, I guess we're done with that nightmare, but he's looking for you. Did you order? You know, we had just ordered from, you know, McDonald's, Burger King. So I'm like, yes? It's a little too fast for Burger King to have already been there. Were you not the ones who ordered? And they list off the Chinese food order. Oh, yes, I understand now. You're the Chinese place. Yes. I did make that order, but it was canceled. So, I don't know what you want me to do. Yeah, okay. But he's near you now. That's nice. I'm not saying I want to cancel. I have canceled. I'm kind of surprised Uber Eats didn't inform you of this, but I have not now paid you money. I'm not giving you money. I have not ordered food from you as of this point. I've canceled. I'm sorry your dude is now finally near me, but I ordered food a long time ago, and I canceled a bit ago. Like, I didn't just contact and cancel. Like I said, it's been like another 10 minutes. I was like, I've canceled. Like, this is already said and done. Oh, we're so sorry. It takes a while to drive to point A, come back, drive to point A, and then go over to where you are at point B. Okay. Now, admittedly, from the Uber Eats thing, it does take a minute to get from where they were to where I am. About 15 minutes. All right, it's a bit far out, perhaps. So I think what she's saying is he was middle of a delivery. He had to come back, then go there again, and then come over. So grand total, that would have been about 40 minutes late. So I get the idea of what she's saying for time. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's nice. That really sucks for that driver. I've canceled. Well, like, there's nothing to argue with anymore. I've already got the thing. There's no money coming out of, like, this is no longer my food. I'm not tipping the man. I'm not accepting the food. We've canceled. Yes, okay, but he drove a while. I go, yeah, that's nice. I ordered 3 hours ago. Oh, yeah, no, you know, sometimes it takes a while to deliver. Okay, you're like, you know, as a matter of fact, you know, we wouldn't have even done the food. We only delivered the food because we know you like us. What? Yeah, when you ordered at 8:30, we normally don't accept orders that late. But we know you like us, so we did it anyways. I didn't order at 8:30. I ordered at 7. I didn't order an hour and a half ago. I ordered 3 hours ago. Like, I don't know where you're coming up with this. We wouldn't deliver that late. Like, I know you shut down at 9:30. We ordered 2.5 hours before you close. Like, we were not like one of those people who walk in right as you're closing. Don't put that on me. That was not what happened here. Oh, okay. He's near you, though. You're not arguing with me to accept the delivery. It's already been canceled. Talk to Uber Eats. You're not getting money from me. Your food is cold, probably. I don't know why they've not told you this. This does not involve me anymore. I am not a customer. Leave me alone. Okay, but if I tell him to come back, he's gonna be super angry with me. That's not my problem. I am not a customer. You're just calling a random person demanding I accept your food. I ordered 3 hours ago. I canceled 10 minutes ago. 2 hours, 50 minutes after I ordered the food. It's just Chinese food. It should not take that long to get here. All right, then, if that's the way you feel. It's not the way I feel. It's done. This argument has already happened. I had it with Uber. I have not ordered your food. I am not buying your food. You can't sell me the food post not buying it. I don't understand what the problem here is. So she accepts her fate that she's gonna have to contact the driver and tell him that I am not accepting the food. The humanity. All right, cool. Click, done. Done with that. 7 minutes later, I get another call from the driver. He goes, hello. And again, I don't know who it is yet. I go, hello? He goes, I'm here. Who are you? I'm your driver. What do you mean you're my driver? I'm not driving anywhere. I've got your Chinese food. I go, I don't have Chinese food. He goes, you ordered the Chinese food. I go, that's nice. I canceled the Chinese food. He goes, oh, but I drove a while to get here. Not my problem. Like, I'm not even trying to be a dick. I have canceled this order. Leave me alone. I don't know why nobody is telling anyone that the order has been canceled. You're not gonna browbeat me into accepting the food. I'm not paying you money. It took you 3 hours. Figure out what on your end has failed. He goes, yeah, but here's the thing. It's super fresh. Straight up, he said that. Me and everyone was laughing about that for the rest of the night. Super fresh. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't care. One, I ordered the food 3 hours ago. Either you ignored my order for an hour and a half, or it's not super fresh. Two, I don't care. I've ordered Burger King. I'm going to eat a fucking low quality burger because according to the app, they're already on their way to deliver it. I've not ordered your food. I am not a customer. Stop calling me. Are you sure you don't want it? It's out of my hands. I've already canceled. I am not talking to you to cancel the food. I am not refusing delivery. I have already spoken to the people who took my money, and they have said, have your money back. I have not exchanged any money for you to be here. I'm not trying to rip you off of a tip. I'm not accepting this food. You cannot make me eat the food. But we prepared it fresh. Super fresh. No, I don't care. Stop calling me. Go away. Please leave. Finally I hang up on that dude. And that was the last I got out of him. But they just kept updating with, he's there. He's near you. It's super fresh. I don't understand why you don't understand this. I don't know where the failure was, but I ordered your food 3 hours ago. I don't want your food anymore. Get the fuck away. He's near you now. I've done that before, like walking before they close. Sometimes I get extra scrap food that would go in the trash because I'm already fucking there. Now you don't like them anymore? So the food was late because I didn't see your order for 1.5 hours. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know where the failure was, but that is not my fault. I don't know what part of this you are not understanding. This is not my order. I am not a customer of yours. Leave me alone. You are not losing me. You have already lost me. That's the thing. I could not seem to get through to them. I'm like, this is not an argument. You can't convince me. I've already gotten my refund. Leave me alone. Why would you even bother at this point talking to me? You're not getting my money. He's near you because I'm already fucking there. There's a pretty common thing with restaurants. They get fined via Uber Eats as well as losing money on the food. They're just trying to pressure you to purchase. Yeah, no, I don't care. I did not care. But you ordered. It's your food. He is near. But he's near you. It's pretty annoying. Yeah, you're definitely cursing
Don't
delivery.
summon demons to get your food clearly.
So 2 Shadow Realms in 1 mall. Oh my god. It's like one step away from a horror movie. Trying to pull a convoluted prank. Yeah, all I say is you're welcome to leave the food, but you ain't getting any money from me. Bye. Stubborn Chinese food nightmares near you edition. It's, like I said, the funny thing is, the super fresh statement was like, no accent. Like everything else is like stilted English or like a thick, not thick, but like an Asian accent. Then randomly out of nowhere, and I didn't have it on speakerphone, but my phone's loud enough that most everyone could hear it. in the room. So I'm sitting there, and also it's like, oh yeah. Again, I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but just you have to understand the difference in how it was said. It was like, oh, he is near you though. He's right around the corner. He's looking for you. The food is super fresh. Don't you want it? Like it was like creepily clear. Like the accent dropped, and it was like, oh, but it's super fresh. What the fuck are you talking about? That's not what we're arguing right now. I have canceled the food. Leave me alone. Strange even had your number to call you though. Yeah, that's the thing that confuses me. So like she called me, but then clearly she told him I canceled because it had been 7 minutes. And she gave the driver my number because in her statement, she had to call because he was approaching. So he didn't have my number. So she gave my number to the driver to have him call me. I'm here. I don't give a fuck. First of all, it's like, it's not, here's the thing to be clear. It's not even like it's a house. Like it's like an apartment building with a code. So you stay, like, if you're trying to intimidate me, you don't even know where in this apartment building I am. Like, I don't know if that's what he was trying to do with I'm here, but whatever, bro. Just stop trying to browbeat me into fucking eating your food. I don't want your damn food. He could force you to eat if he's creative enough. Love the screen call option from Google. Don't summon demons to get your food clearly. I'm too lazy to set up a voicemail, so I answer anyways. Uber and Skip both give our restaurant the customer's numbers. Might be different in Canada, though. All right. I didn't used to be that way. They used to give out fake number that they linked via service to trailer to protect the user. Then the number gets disabled when the order is done. My neighbors are barbecuing. It smells so good. I thought having Mexican neighbors might have this parties and then cook the food outside. Twilio. I love everything but because it's raining right now. Hello, this is a farm that raised your chicken for your Chinese food. I hear you didn't want your General Tso's. You don't want my chicken? It's super fresh. Like that was like it wasn't even like it was creepy enough that he's near. Who are you talking about? Who is near? Who the fuck are you? Are you not the one who ordered this food? I mean, theoretically, I made an order. That order's been canceled. We made it. It's super fresh. Go away. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone winning an argument with. It's super fresh. But then, like I said, you get another call 7 minutes later. Hold on, actually, it might not have been 7 minutes. I want to be truthful with you guys. 5 minutes. I got one call at 21:49, and then the driver called at 21:54. We have been ambushed. Who is ambushing us? The elves are. S-A-B? Fuck it, even C. This is why I haven't sent anyone else out yet, because we've been at war. Actually, where do we come down the ramp? We come down over there. S-A-B-C. No. I tell them to station over here. Try to get in a position before we send them out. New skin is super fresh. The fuck? That's not the argument. We ordered your food 3 hours ago. We've canceled. Like, I don't give a fuck what the quality of your food is. This is not my problem, and it's definitely no longer my freaking monkey. I have canceled with Uber. It is on Uber to tell you, I suppose, that I no longer want your food. I'm not accepting your food. You're not getting money out of me. I'm not tipping you. I'm not paying you. I have theoretically, as of this point, not ordered from you because I didn't deduct from the card yet. They didn't refund me. They just declared that they were charging 0. Like the order was nullified out of the system. So as of this moment, state-based effect, there never was an order. That has been freaking counterspelled out of existence. Leave me alone. It's super fresh. What the fuck? I don't know what it is with me and... Okay, they're attacking my animals. Who's out here again? Oh, there's like the deer and shit. Do they defend themselves at all? Well, if they get in close, they might. Well, they killed a giant groundhog. Ah, because I see they have brought their own bears. Oh dear Lord, they brought their army this time. This is not an ambush. Can we be clear about this? This is not an ambush. This is an invasion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bears. 4 giant groundhogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 giant pandas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 giant squirrels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 25 elves. And 1 military trained giant groundhog.
Animal army, let the Disney flow over you.
Yes. No. Let's be clear. They did not bring pandas. They brought gigantic pandas, which is Dwarf Fortress term for dire panda. Hold on. How big is this panda compared to a horse? Is it like 5 horses? Dwarf Fortress giant panda. Okay, and then let me tab this and look for horse. A horse has 500,000 cubic centimeters in volume. A dire panda has 1.16 million cubic centimeters. This panda is each one's twice the size of a horse. A dwarf only has 60,000. 60,000, 1.1 million. 10 dwarves, they're almost the size of 20 dwarves. And they've got like 12 of the bad boys. No, what did they do this time? They're gonna be killing our giant ones out there. This was kind of expected, truth be told. S, A, B, C. What if I station them here instead? Military alert, active training, get them inside. Because that activates GTFI and tells everyone to go the fuck away. Well, some of the military already sees them, so they're going in for the kills now, even with a modified station command. Oh, we've now found more enemies. We didn't see them all yet. Fantastic. How the fuck are we supposed to take on all these giant pandas? They're super fresh, meaning we can't kill them. How are we still finding more? Oh god, did they bring in giant red squirrels? Are they attacking us with a giant red squirrel? They are. They are in fact attacking us with a giant red squirrel. I'm gonna let everyone get in or out that is trying to. Then I'm gonna just lock that front door. I think people are in combat already. We already got a dwarf hanging off the side of a wall instead of waiting to just climb down like a regular man. You didn't need to climb down the wall, you idiot. Alright, Barbaderp died. I'm just gonna write down your names and kill you off after the combat. I'm not renaming you in the middle of combat. Barbaderp is dead. Barbaderp, what killed you? Where's Barbaderp in this list? Barbaderp the lumberjack. That's why I wanted... The dire black bear shakes the lumberjack around by his head, and his skull collapsed, tearing an artery in his head and tearing a tendon. This is why I wanted to get helmets. How did you... everyone has wrestling skills. How did you get got by a bear? That's like the reason why I let them build up wrestling, so you don't get freaking head shook. Alright, I'm changing the station command to be out here. If we already got people fighting, everyone should just get down here. we're still slaughtering people. Why is the rain so much louder than the combat noises? Barber Derp. Okay, everyone else that has died has just been giant animals so far. Which, that's sad, but that was literally their point. They're all just mostly passive creatures who happen to be dire, so they had lots of health. The longer it takes to kill them, the more time we had to get ready. I'm very sad that they're taking out the babies, though. You really didn't need to take out the babies. Meanwhile... Ooh.
At least their army is smaller cause we stole the animals.
This is true. Sorry, gigantic pandas, my bad. Stream quality took a poop. It shouldn't have. I'm not showing drop frames. Was that everyone else too? Those are not pandas. Okay, you're back. I hope they stay far away. Why don't we place any cage traps outside? We didn't place any cage traps outside because that would require time from our dwarves. Remember, admittedly today, full disclosure, other than humorous stories about how fresh it is. Super fresh. Despite humorous conversations and stuff, today, gameplay-wise, has just been more of a infrastructure day, as we've been waiting for stones and shit to get out of the way of the real project. What is up north is probably going to be dug down again a few times, a few levels for the proper wall. So I haven't built anything out there because that would take time, and I probably have to unbuild it later. So we haven't put too much attention out there. As a matter of fact, the original plan was not to fight them out there, but to have everyone defend this burrow, wait for the enemy to attack through the door, and kill them as they came through the door. So quite frankly, we never intended to fight out there to begin with. I wouldn't have been fighting down there. I told them to station up here, but they spotted them on the wall, so they went running down. So we now know to be careful about the station command, since they're going to aggro no matter what. Again, we've done pretty damn well. We'll check the kill logs afterwards. You'll notice that I haven't been reading all the logs, but let's go with what has died. Starting with this elf. This is what we just killed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 3, 4, 6, 7, 20, 29, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5. 45 creatures, including elves, dire black bears, dire pandas, and the most dangerous, dire red squirrels. So we've been mopping through them. We don't really need cage traps to catch their animals because we keep raiding their bases to steal their animals. Sangtum has bestowed a name upon his iron short sword. Like, they're all dying. SABC, kill command with a rectangle. What is left? We'll do a kill command on those two. Make sure we hunt him down. I don't know where that man's going, but he's going to have a bad time. Alright, I think they caught one of them. Alright, no, we're not done. I know. Okay, no, we are done. Alright, so we survived that. We're going to have to check after the stream to see the actual report of that fight to see who exactly killed who. I can do, if you so wish. Hold on. Do we have any other dead people? I don't think so. Yeah, we only lost Barbaderp. Well, to be fair, Barbaderp was the brave boy. He was the first one out, and he got surrounded. I have no clue how he got bit by a bear on the head. Ooh, you know what? What did Joey Bag of Donuts kill? Because none of you are Joey Bag of Donuts. We're going to have to see what he did on his own. The elf swordsman missed Joey Bag of Donuts. Joey Bag of Donuts bashed the elf swordsman left lower arm with his Isanaron, fracturing the bone through the rainy cloak. What the hell is Isanaron? Is that an artifact or just a named thing? What is Isanaron? It's just a named Warhammer. So he named his Warhammer. All right, Joey, what did you do with your Warhammer? He loves bashing people and slaughtering their bones. Right front leg, lower body, bruising the fat. The Hauler bashed the elf spearman in the head with his iron warhammer. I think we said it was a hammer, right? Fracturing the skull through his cap. He bashed. All right. This probably. It didn't say he had lethal, but you gotta give credit. You gotta give credit to Joey Bag of Donuts. I'm saying it like it's Southern. What the fuck am I doing? Ain't nobody know how died anywhere near him if it wasn't killed by Joey Bag of Donuts. Joey Bag of Donuts. He saw in front of him a giant. Not a giant. It's not giant. It's dire. He saw a dire panda. For some reason, I keep wanting to do the Southern if I'm not doing the right game. Joey Bag of Donuts. He went up on a dire panda. And he double tapped him. I'm not gonna be able to do the accent right now. Maybe it's just too late. I'm screwing it up. Either way, he double tapped the dire panda with his iron warhammer and smashed out both lungs, like just back to back. He took out the left lung, then he took out the right lung. You got to give a man credit. It looks to me like Joey Bag of Donuts just ran the fuck around and he tapped everyone. Like he's not ever hitting the same person multiple times back to back. He's like on a panda, he's on an elf, he's on a panda, he's on an elf, he's on a thing. He's just jumping back and forth. He's just fucking crippling everyone's lungs. And then punching elves in the thumb, because why wouldn't you? Wait, what? Hold on. Joey Bag of Donuts punched an elf in the thumb on his left hand to left thumb, tearing apart the skin and bruising the muscle through his gauntlet. The force was so strong, the force on the thumb, that he bit the left hand, tearing apart the muscle and bruising the bone, and tearing apart the left elbow's muscle and bruising. You ever punch someone in the thumb so hard his elbow explodes? The attack was so vicious it opened an artery, severed many nerves, tore a ligament and a tendon, as well as another ligament and tendon in the elbow. You ever punch someone in the thumb so hard his arm explodes? You ever done that? You ever just get so angry at a man that you punch his thumb and his arm just disintegrated before your very eyes? Why does he love punching things in the fucking lung? He loves the lungs. What was his lethal? I don't even know. Oh, this is probably it right here. Jamming the skulls through the brain, tearing the brain. All right. He only got one kill, but I'm willing to bet he crippled a lot of people. When you go into this invader menu, this? Yes. All right, I'm gonna have to look at my stream. I don't know what you're talking about. This looks fine on my end. I'm not dropping frames or anything. Really? Not that I don't trust you, but I need to see what you're talking about. Oh yes, please show me an ad to my channel while I try to see what is going on. Thank you. Oh, my webcam quality drops. On my end, everything looks perfect. I'm not showing drop frames. I'm not showing anything out of the ordinary. CPU's barely touched. On my screen, everything's perfect. Not this menu. The previous one. Oh shit, you're right. Why is it doing that? That's not on my end. Is that Twitch's encoder being goofy? All right, well, let's get out of that menu. I'll have to check later to see what's causing that. Yeah, no, I saw the same thing. That is not happening on my screen. I don't know what that is. That's gotta be some weird artifacting thing. But if that is replicatable, then it might mean that some setting I'm sending out is not happy with Twitch. So I will look into that. That was my stream. That was me streaming, because remember they use two different things. Stream quality plummets when screen filled with text. Actually, let's see how the recording handled that too. Again, my preview screen looks good. So for those of you on the archive, when I upload this to the YouTube VOD, thank you so much for watching. Next video is going to pick up after I quickly look at something because I got to look at the grid. Catch you guys next time.